From the earliest days of the Empire, with security being of the highest priority for its installations, Imperial Code Cylinders were adopted to perform this task. But Code Cylinders also had other important roles within the Empire, other than just merely ensuring that security was upheld, and installations were accessed only by those who were granted clearance. In this video expose, I will describe what these Imperial Code Cylinders are, and why they were used by the Empire. Code Cylinders were in use from the earliest days of the Galactic Empire. By the time the Emperor was prepared to introduce Darth Vader as his enforcer and second-in-command, the highest-ranking and most influential officers within the Empire were already issued at least one Code Cylinder. They remained in use right up until the Battle of Endor and the ultimate collapse of the Empire. These Code Cylinders were issued to the Empire's officers in order to provide them with security clearance codes. Containing clearance codes, these cylinders were essentially access tools. They were necessary due to the fact that Imperial installations were separated into a diverse number of sectors, with each sector containing a security checkpoint that had to be cleared in order to pass from one sector to another. To successfully move from sector to sector, particularly if a major checkpoint divided them, officers had to confirm and validate their identity and rank by inserting their issued code cylinder into a scomp link. The code cylinder would then interface with the installation's security systems and computers, thereby allowing the officer's access request if they were granted the corresponding clearance codes. However, more than just acting as an access tool and ensuring that security was maintained, Imperial Code Cylinders also signified and denoted an officer's rank within the Imperial hierarchy. For this reason, standing regulations within the Galactic Empire required that the code cylinder of every Imperial officer be displayed at all times, and located within pockets found on either side of an officer's upper chest. Therefore, as evidence of rank, code cylinders also help to enforce discipline within the lower ranks of the Empire, by helping to indicate seniority within the Imperial hierarchy in combination with rank plaques. Generally, Imperial officers in both the Navy and Army were provided with at least one code cylinder. However, there were specific instances wherein more than one code cylinder had to be provided. One such instance was when an officer's duties covered more than one sector, and when these galactic sectors were not related to one another. In this instance, two code cylinders would be issued to the officer. Further, a third code cylinder was issued to those who achieved the rank of Admiral. A third cylinder was required in order to grant these admirals with access to the intelligence databanks located in the capital ships that they oversaw. In some instances, the Empire's high-ranking officers carried as many as 4 code cylinders, granting them access to intelligence databanks and allowing them to fulfill their duties that spanned across numerous sectors. One example of an Imperial officer with 4 code cylinders was Grand Moff Tarkin. However, rather than granting him with security clearance and access across numerous sectors, Tarkin's 4 cylinders gave him access to the entirety of the Death Star, as no area of the battle station was off limits to him. Imperial Code Cylinders had an additional function than merely denoting rank and maintaining security. They also allowed the Empire to monitor the actions of its officers. Each code cylinder was programmed to provide detailed information and keep records regarding an officer's movements and what files they accessed. Whenever an officer used their code cylinder to access a file, gain entry into an intelligence databank, or access areas of high security, logs of these actions would be created. These logs were then monitored and analyzed by the Imperial Security Bureau, who tried to ascertain if the officer was engaging in any suspicious behavior, such as too frequently accessing secured files. So there we have it, what Imperial Code Cylinders are, and the functions that they performed. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Admiral Mahdi.